Day 2.
Day 2.
Um,
I love day 1.
Yeah.
No, it was great.
It was encouraging, and what I was encouraged about is we actually got at least one video out.
Yes.
It was a lot of work.
And everyone was there. Like,
everyone turned up.
Everyone turned up.
I know.
So, yeah, good job.
Today is the Launceston, 4 churches in Launceston, and then the points, Georgetown and Beauty Point, sort of ending with the church I've been looking forward to getting to for a late age is Craig's church. It's the Point Baptist Church, but he's one of the leaders there. And also, I'm fascinated to see the Creation Museum that he's put a lot of effort into. But the church we're starting with this morning actually sold their building a few years ago, and I'm looking forward to understanding what that journey's been like for them.
We set out in the morning light, the road ahead unrolled, stories in the steeples, in the hearts that still hold. It started down in Perth town in the Gibson family's prayer. Since the 1850s, grace has echoed everywhere.
So we're here at City Baptist Church with the pastor, Anthea, and it was interesting walking in here to a cafe. Tell us about the decision to move here.
Yeah, it was very much a spirit-led decision. So we had been in interim accommodation, I guess, at Worldview for at least 9 months, and there was a discernment of where should we return to in the city. And there were a different range of options, but none of them seemed quite right. And so Jenna, my colleague, and I were just praying, Lord, open our eyes. And I didn't even realise that there was a function centre at the back of this property. And one day I was walking past and went, I think there's actually more space at the back. And because this is actually the hub of Launceston's community, so particularly on a Sunday, this is where everyone comes for parties, for birthdays, for just general barbecues. So to be missionally present close by to the community, that was our heart, and just God provided.
So what would you say God's been trying to, what are the lessons that City Baptist has learnt over the years? If you cast your mind back from what you hear of things even from the 70s and before that to through your experience, what are some of the things that God's been trying to sow into the church?
Being missional where we are. And that's what I like about Jeff's ministry and Anthea's ministry, is they're building on that. Yeah, I think the vision is to reach out, or to be in the community reaching people. Yeah. I mean, there's people coming to our meetings now who, some of them haven't been to church.
Well, there we go.
Okay.
We are heading off.
It was fantastic. I love the heart of there.
Yeah.
I love that they have a cafe. I mean, that's your idea of heaven, isn't it? Having a cafe, a proper cafe attached to your church. But like, just that they're not attached to the building.
Yeah.
Like,
Which is interesting for a Baptist church.
Yeah.
So that's out of the box kind of thinking. Yeah, I love their heart. Clearly, people matter.
Yeah.
And from the nurses in the early days through to the way people are caring now, the homeless, the refugees, and I think they're on a front edge of trying to apply what a missionary would do.
Yeah.
If they came to.
Which is great in a city centre. You know, like where there's so many needs.
From Hobart up to Launceston, through Devonport and Burnie Sound, we're tracing lines of faithfulness in every country town.
I'm Pete Garwood. I've been at Summerhill since I was 8, and my wife Sharon's been here all her life. Little did we know that we was being discipled.
Yeah.
And so I remember going on a camp. I hadn't made a commitment to Christ yet, And at that camp, Uncle Evan and Auntie Jenny, they both come up and led it. And I remember coming back here, it must have been the Sunday after we'd been on the youth camp, and I committed my life to Christ. And so we got a baptismal in there, and I got baptised, and I think I was 11, maybe 12.
It sounds like young people have been an important part of this church from the early days with your youth club to very different things, but the drop-in centre and part of the question. I love even this place.
Yeah.
Like the heart behind this was even to create a space where young people could come and
Yes.
play a bit of basketball or
Yeah.
So it was designed with young people in mind, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And this was a gym,
Yeah.
and in one of the schools I've just started at, this was theirs.
Really?
And it ended up getting taken down, and the men of the church had built it.
Really?
Yeah, the men of the church built it. We had an engineer who was a Christian guy, but basically the church men have built this, re-put it in the position that it's in now.
It's amazing. So
Yeah.
so on a Sunday morning, you guys come and this is church, where you do church.
Yeah.
But it's also it's a multifunctional space.
Yes.
So what would you say you love about this church?
I love that it's made me included.
Yeah.
It's discipled me. It taught me how to do sermons. It taught me what it was like out on the mission field. It taught me what it was like when you was hurt and cared for, but it also taught me to take myself further and fall in love with people that don't love you.
Yeah.
And accept people for who they are. Don't judge them. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. And I think what the church has taught me, I actually want to be friends with everyone, because that's what Jesus would do.
Yeah.
That's what it's taught me.
Absolutely.
Summerhill is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot get over that hall that they have.
Yeah.
That multi-purpose hall.
And this car
How
park.
fantastic. It's like the perfect setup to just do incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't get over it. And it was so lovely meeting Pete and hearing his heart for the youth and having a school across the road.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Like, I had no idea how amazing this facility was.
No, neither did I.
It's incredible.
And it sounds like, again, a faithful few have held on and got it to where it is. I love that the hall's been put up by the church blokes through COVID.
Second hand.
Yeah.
Like, I love it, and it looks so fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's got, like, what is it?
Open-hearted.
Open-hearted acceptance. What a special mission statement. Love it.
It is it's what needs to be.
Yeah.
If we're going to follow Jesus, you've got to love people.
Yep.
This road we share is paved with grace, footsteps of the faithful in every place. Through years gone by and those to come, the church still sings the kingdom drums.
You guys have been here a little while. How long have you guys been?
I haven't been here that long, probably 56 years.
And Lee?
75.
What are your earliest memories of the place?
A happy place. Probably the first pastor I remember was Reverend Amos, and he used to particularly talk to me, so I really liked him.
Yeah.
But it's always been the first 30 years were happy years. The next 30 years, there were a lot of tears.
Yes.
But it's a good place. It's my second home because I've spent a lot of time.
Henry Reid, you were saying earlier don't know why we talk about him so much. He wasn't here long, but he's obviously had a big impact on this place.
Yeah. Well, he obviously started it, and those stories go. But we've got to be careful that we don't make a hero of people, because Jesus is the hero. So if we get on the stories of what happened back in the day, well, we're not back in the day, Charlie, so get off your butt and get it happening now. So now this is the Launceston Nepali Church, so they get quite a few people in there of a Saturday morning. They've got quite a strong fellowship.
Might want to note that building there, that's our building as well.
So this is the stable and
That's the original stables.
and creche.
That's right, it is now. Sunday
So-
school is in there.
The pub and the stables are the original that's left. Henry built this.
So that was a pub.
Yeah.
Jesus only mighty to save. Is this the original?
Henry built this. So originally there was a skittle alley, and then he put up a canvas church, and then it outgrew that. So it happened quite quickly because Henry had some money. So he built this, and then when he died, I think he was only here about 4 years. When he died, then his wife built that in memorial to him.
Oh my goodness, the history. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Like, I know there's been this, you mentioned the Steve Grace concert, but you guys have had a legacy with concerts and performing things here. And there's been this continual, like the experiment I was part of with Fusion probably didn't end as we wanted it to, but like there's always been an intention to try things. And that seems to have been, this was started as a missional church.
Yeah.
And my feel is that's still the heart here, even though it's sometimes complicated and the politics can get in the road and all that kind of gear.
In this place, we have seen God move time after time through big things, through little things. He's been so faithful. And I can't explain to you how important God is in our lives. And I know God's going to do it again through Bob's preaching. He preaches some great messages. Thank you, Bob. But this place is here for a purpose, and I don't know exactly what that purpose is. It probably hasn't come to fruition yet, and he just wants us to be faithful to him.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say. So thank you for your words, because they mean a lot. Thank you, Matt.
Oh, Lee, you are a hero. You really are. You both are. Yeah, and when you boil it down, it's not complicated.
No, it's not.
Jesus loves us. This we know because the Bible tells us so, and that's what matters.
But he wants passionate people who are for him, to do his work. And he's certainly been faithful to Anne and I, and we just praise him.
Well, we're driving away from, I don't know if you can see in the background.
Oh yeah, the church you can.
Jackway. And I love Ian and Lee. I love, it's just a remarkable place. And I love that mission has always been part of, from its very foundation, where it was teaching Chinese women to sew and to read, and you got some of the original sewing machines there.
Yeah.
It's always been about reaching out, that church. And I think there's a sadness for them that I think they don't always have felt like they haven't always been understood. But that's often true for people that get stuff done, you know.
Again, what an amazing build. church. Oh my goodness, the history in that place.
The museum's incredible.
Oh my goodness, I was just blown away. I had no idea it was up there.
No.
In this little room upstairs. Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh.
I'm so grateful. I think I'm so grateful for the faithfulness of the people that have come on. Because they love Jesus.
Yeah.
Want to make a difference.
Incredible people we're meeting. Oh my goodness.
Hope is rising, love runs deep. Tasmania's calling, and the promise we keep